All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're looking at something pretty wild, a real-world test to see if cutting-edge AI can just slice right through a massive knot of bureaucracy. So can it? Let's find out. I want you to imagine something for a sec. You've got this dream, right? It's a simple one. You just want to open a cozy little cafe in your neighborhood. You've got the name picked out, the menu is perfect. But then you hit a wall, and that wall is made entirely of paperwork. So what does it actually take to get that dream off the ground?
Okay, so to make this real, we're going to zoom in on one specific place, Pune, in India. Now, for someone trying to start their first business here, the process isn't just a straight line. Oh no, it's more like a maze, a really confusing one, filled with dead ends and wrong turns.
And let's really picture this person. They don't have a whole team of lawyers or pricey consultants on speed dial. It's just them, trying to find their way through this bureaucratic jungle to make their dream happen. What they need more than anything is a clear map.
So what's the first thing they discover? Well, they need to get 11. Yep, you heard me, 11. Different licenses and registrations just to be allowed to open their doors. Each one of those has its own process, its own crazy forms, and its own special ways things can go wrong.
And just look at the kind of stuff we're talking about. You've got your food safety licenses, fire department clearances, tax registrations. It's an absolutely overwhelming list for anyone to tackle, let alone a first-time entrepreneur who's just trying to get started.
Okay, so faced with this absolute beast of a problem, this maze, a really fascinating test was set up. The whole problem was handed over to LELAIL, an AI task mentor, just to see what would happen.
So the mission was simple. Create a complete guide for our cafe owner in Pune. I mean, everything they could possibly need. The licenses, the costs, the timelines, even templates, the whole shebang. The AI took the request, and it came back with a full, comprehensive solution in 12 seconds. Just let that sink in for a moment. What would take a person weeks, maybe even months of frustrating research and dead-end phone calls, the AI did it. It created a complete, actionable plan in less time than it takes to tie your shoes.
And this right here shows you the night and day difference. You know, the old way is just painful, it's slow, it's expensive, and it's so easy to make a mistake and get rejected. But the LELAIL way, it's basically instant, it gives you expert-level detail, and get this, it even includes advice on how to prevent getting rejected in the first place.
But here's the really important part. This isn't just about speed, as mind-blowing as that is. The real magic is in the quality and the clarity of what the AI produced in those 12 seconds. So, let's actually peek inside this AI-generated guidebook.
See, it wasn't just a simple list, it was a complete battle plan. You got the full checklist of all 11 licenses, right? But also realistic timelines and costs for that specific region. And this is huge. It listed the top 10 reasons people's applications get rejected and exactly how to avoid them. It even gave them application templates and a guide for what to do when the inspectors show up. This little table is a perfect example of how brilliant this is. The AI basically created a cheat sheet that shows exactly what each inspector, from food safety to the fire department, is going to be looking for. So what would have been a super stressful surprise visit becomes a prepared, confident walkthrough. I mean, how practical is that? And it's so proactive, you know? Instead of just waiting for problems to happen and then reacting, the guide helps the owner get way ahead of them. It shows you the common mistakes, explains why they happen, and gives you a clear strategy to prevent them. It basically takes a huge amount of risk out of the whole process.
So this one test for one little cafe in Pune, it actually points to a much, much bigger idea. The goal here isn't just to help one person. It's to make this kind of expert-level knowledge available to anybody with a dream, no matter how much money they have or what their background is. And this is the core idea driving the whole project. No one left behind. It's this really powerful promise that a great idea shouldn't die just because it gets buried under a mountain of paperwork that someone couldn't afford a lawyer to navigate.
So how do you actually make that mission a reality? Well, language is everything. For that guide in Pune, the AI instantly created everything in English, Hindi, and Marathi, the languages people actually speak there every day. And this isn't some special feature. The system can do this in over 100 languages. Now that is how you truly make knowledge accessible to everyone.
So, what does this all add up to? We've just watched a bureaucratic nightmare that takes weeks of work get turned into a simple 12-second task. And that has some pretty huge implications for how we solve all kinds of complicated problems in the future.
And you know, it's really important to remember that what we just saw wasn't some polished simulation. According to LELAIL, all of their tests are real, and they show the results completely unedited.
So this is a direct, raw look at what this AI can actually do.
Which leaves us with this one last big question to think about. We just saw AI draw a crystal clear map through a maze that traps so many people with good ideas. If it can do that, what other challenges that we think of as impossible right now are about to be solved in a matter of seconds?